Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I wanted to do my first episode of Decoded, and I wanted to first start off with decoding the Becca Hill Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I'm actually going to be decoding technically just the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, but the one I currently have is Champagne Pop. I did look at the ingredients list on Sephora, and all of them have the same ingredients list, just plus or minus the different pigments. I give it that different shade range, but other than that, the formula of the Shimmering Skin Perfectors are all the same. So I'm going to be decoding that, and the reason I chose the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors was because it's a really common item that's pretty popular here in the beauty community. In addition, they just had that whole controversy over the Becca Champagne Pop face collection, or just, I think it's just the Champagne Pop collection, and how they decided to pull back the eyeshadow palette. And the reason why they did that is because they changed the formula to a lesser quality, and people noticed, and it just comes to show how important ingredients really are. I do want to mention that I did highlight the ingredients list and reverse engineered it, and went on Google search, and nothing came up except for Becca, which is good. So that means that Becca's, for the most part, the only brand on the market that's using this specific formulation, which is a plus. So I have decoded the whole ingredients list. I will leave the ingredients list down below with my different notes on each ingredient. I know it took a really while. It took a long time to actually decode all these ingredients lists, but I had a great time doing it, and I think you guys can learn a lot from it. But I do have specific call outs and things that I want to just go on here, but I didn't want to go through every single ingredient because that would take a very long time. I do want to mention that there are 24 ingredients, not including the pigments, in the Shimmering Skin Perfector, and of the 24, I counted 14 synthetic ingredients, which isn't amazing. That's about a 42% of good ingredients that aren't synthetic, so almost 50%, which isn't that bad. But for the price of, I think it's like $38 for this product, it's kind of a lot for the fact that you're not getting that many great ingredients in here. But I do want to make some call outs. So they are pigmenting this through a combination of mineral and synthetic dyes. So the mineral part I really do like, because I'm okay with minerals personally. I think really they're natural, they come from the earth, I think it's fine. But they do have a couple of synthetic dyes that are derivatives of coal and petroleum, and I do have a problem with petroleum. So just so you know, that's how they're getting their pigments from. But anyways, moving on. So the first ingredient of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector is talc, which is not a bad thing. It can be an allergy for some people. For me, talc is not a problem, so I don't mind it, and it's a really common ingredient that's used in a lot of different cosmetic products. The second ingredient is Capric Triglyceride, which is a coconut triester, which is great, and it really gives the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector that really creaminess to the powder, because this powder isn't very chalky. It has a really great powder texture. It is kind of creamy, and I just love it for that reason. And yeah, it feels amazing. So the fact that coconut triester is the second ingredient is a really great thing. The third ingredient is petroleum? No, the third ingredient is Isostearyl Alcohol, which is from plants, so that's a great thing too. The fourth ingredient is petroleum, which is found in oil wells, and petroleum is one of those things that I have a problem with because it's found in oil wells, so it's synthetic, it's not good for you, you're putting that on your body, and it's found in a ton of chapsticks. And oh, good lord, a lot of my favorite chapsticks actually have petroleum in it, which breaks my heart. So petroleum is not the best ingredient to have in there. The next one that I want to point out is potassium sorbate, which is a natural preservative, which is a really great thing. They do have a synthetic preservative in here. It's chlorophenicin. God, I probably totally butchered that name, which is a synthetic preservative, but that comes actually lower in the ingredients list. So the fact that the majority of the synthetic, or the majority of the preservative isn't synthetic, is really great. It also contains calcium, sodium, and aluminum borosilicate. Gosh, all these names, I need to go back to school because it is really hard for me to pronounce a lot of these like elements and ingredient names, but that's actually glass, which is interesting. So I was like, who would put glass in a product? But that's really giving it all these beautiful little shimmers on the formula. So glass, for the fact that it's synthetic, but you know, it's just glass. I don't find that toxic at all. That's really great as well. So next ingredient call out I want to make is fluoroflogopite, which was when I first saw that I thought immediate of fluorine, and I was correct. But for those who don't know, fluorine is one of the most reactive elements on the periodic table. So I looked a little bit further into this ingredient, and it's supposed to mimic certain properties of fluorine, but I'm just trying to figure out what properties of fluorine they're exactly trying to mimic and achieve, because if it's the most reactive element on the periodic table, what can that mean for your skin? And so I was reading a little bit farther down, and there's an ingredient called tetrasodium EDTA, which is chelating agent, and that basically binds to metal ions that prevent the metal ions from reacting to your skin. So my thought was that maybe they added that in there to prevent different ions in your in the product from reacting to your skin. Other than that, I think the ingredients list is pretty good, except for those ones. There's a lot of, you know, different ingredients here that aren't amazing. There's not that many natural ingredients in this particularly, but for the most part, it's not that bad. So now let's just get on to the parts that are more familiar with the review. So texture-wise, formula-wise of this, not ingredients related, just based on performance, this is amazing. I love the color on it. I have it on today. It's a beautiful highlight. I don't have anything in my collection quite like it. It gives you a very strong highlight, so if you're looking for something subtle, you can definitely tone this down by probably putting a powder on top of it, but for the summertime, this is such a great product, and the color is amazing. I think Jaclyn Hill did such a great job on this. The packaging is beautiful. It's like a metal with Becca Cosmetics, or no, it just says Becca all around, and the material is like this rubberized, but it's not like the NARS rubberized material where that gets dirty. It just has a really smooth feeling to it. I really like the packaging. It's a little heavy. I do know that these are not great for traveling, so I rarely ever travel with this, but I would if I could, because this color is perfect. I actually just dented mine a little bit. The price point on this is a little steep. It's about $38, but you get a lot of product. You get about 8 grams in this, so this will last you a very long time because you don't need a lot of this. I use this everywhere on my face pretty much because I have really oily skin, but for some reason, when it comes to highlighting, I really don't care. Like, I kind of want to glow. So I use the Morphe M505 to apply the highlighter, and I usually just do it on the tops of my cheeks. That's like usually the only place, and maybe on the Cupid's bow. In my opinion, yes, I will be repurchasing this. I don't know when I'm gonna have to repurchase this because it'll take a very long time probably for me to get through one pan of this, but I'll be repurchasing this. I absolutely love this product. Ingredients wise, I know it's not the best, but I still love it enough to buy it again. And it just makes me feel amazing when I put it on. So that's really what a product is meant to do. It just makes you feel like $1,000,000, and it makes you literally glow like the sun, pretty much. That's it for my Decoded of Becca's Champagne Pop Shimmering Skin Perfector. Specifically, again, this isn't just going to Champagne Pop, it's going to all the Shimmering Skin Perfectors because the formula is all the same for them. But anyways, that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave it down below, or if you have any comments and suggestions for my next Decoded, please feel free to leave me, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!